What's going on, everybody? Jada Black here. I am back with another podcast. What the fuck is going on? Entertainment, news. I blend it all here instead of making video after video after video after video after video. I put it all in one particular podcast. Now I'm only doing 3 topics. I may expand and do more depending on how many particular topics I want to speak about at that time. Now I try to keep these podcasts. I told y'all kind of short, between 15 to 20 minutes. So yeah, that's where I'm at. So make sure you like this. Hopefully you share it. Shout out to everybody who supports the platform, who donates on Patreon, because y'all make my content possible. Okay, because I really, for the most part, like the feedback I get in the comments and people who are on the live chats. But the best feedback I can get is when people donate monthly to the platform, and I really appreciate that. All right. Now, let me talk about Chris Brown. This is a story that came out of nowhere. People have been sending me articles ever since last night, wanting me to speak on it. Now, according to TMZ, it says Chris Brown is being sued for an assault that happened at his party or at his home. The female saying that she was forced to give oral sex. Now, Chris Brown has had some close calls ever since he has basically had a second chance in the music industry to be mainstream, ever since the Rihanna situation. There was females who was accusing him of hitting them. And now you have this incident. Chris has become, very highly sensitive in certain situations, but he has not become sensitive to his social interactions. Having parties. I believe they're saying that this was an orgy. I believe they're saying this was an orgy that was going on, and now he is the blame. And what I want to know too is this: you're suing Chris Brown, but you're not filing any charges against him. And I think we're going to get to that when I read this article. Now, it says Chris Brown was just sued by a woman who claimed she was assaulted at his home by one of his friends, forced to perform oral sex on another woman who was menstruating. Now, that is disgusting. The alleged victim is suing as a Jane Doe and claims she was invited to a party at CB's house in February of 2017, where he supplied cocaine, Molly, and weed during what sounds like a scene from Caligula. In the docs obtained by TMZ, Doe says an unnamed female friend of Chris forced her and a few other women into a bedroom and blocked the door with a couch. Now, wait a minute. I'm trying to figure this out. Why would Chris Brown need to blockade women into a room? She says her phone had been taken away early in the night, and Chris's friend forced women to hook up with Chris and another man named Lowell Grissom. One of the major problems here is that he's having parties at his house. Okay? So even if Chris isn't involved in anything, for the most part, he's going to be blamed for it. Now, I know that Chris Brown thinks he's invincible because he's had all these different close calls and nothing has stuck. But dude, your luck is going to run out eventually. I mean, we have a Me Too movement going on. You need to understand that you can get caught up in it as well. Okay? Especially you. A lot of people in the media still don't like you, Chris. So, Doe, who's hired Gloria Allred, says she tried to leave, but Chris's female friend grabbed her by the throat and forced her to perform oral sex on Grissom. Doe says the female friend then pushed her down on the bed and literally sat on her face using her legs to pin her down while forcing her to perform oral sex on her. So are you telling me that a female is responsible for the assault? It's not a dude, it's a female. If there's some truth to this, these are the type of women Chris Brown has around him. I mean, this is a scene out of a movie. I mean, anyway, let's see. To make matters worse, Doe said the woman was menstruating. Doe says she went to the restroom and saw her face covered in blood. Sheesh. She says while she was showering, Grissom entered the restroom and she tried to leave, but he pushed her on the bed and raped her. So he assaulted her. So it was a mixture, according to her now, of men and women assaulting her. What I want to know is, when these women go to these parties, okay, why? I mean, I don't know if she went by herself, but if you're going to go to a party, you need to go with somebody, at least a couple of people who, one, got their own car, or you bring your own car. Let's say if you don't know a lot of the people in the area, but you want to go to this party. One of the things you want to do is have your own car, and to be with people who know you, not knowing you for a few minutes, somebody you met off Facebook or Twitter, Instagram. Have people that you've known for years, okay, with you, who are actually going to have your back. Because what it seemed like to me is that she saw Chris was having a party and she decided to show up. Even though she was invited, you went to this party seemingly alone. Okay? Seemingly alone. And if this is true, because this is very detailed, okay? What it seemed like to me is that maybe she was targeted the moment that she got there, you know? And what I'm trying to figure out is, you're Chris Brown. And I'm saying allegedly, if this is true, this is something that really, I don't think he would need to do. I don't think he needs to assault anybody. But it's always the people around that gets you caught up. Just look at Tupac. The people around him is what got him caught up. Okay? Not necessarily him, but the people he had around him. And also the female who was troubled and dysfunctional. So in this situation, what it seems like to me is that, I don't know if it's true or not, but I mean, first off, if you want to be taken seriously, don't hire Gloria Allred. Hire somebody else. Hire a better hire a better lawyer, okay, to pursue this, you know. But I guess because Gloria Allred, she's very media savvy, but I don't know. It just, because this could all be fraudulent and fake, you know. We really don't know, but this is all alleged. But I don't think that Chris really has to assault anybody himself, but he probably does have a bunch of thirsty people around him, male and female, who use his name to get certain perks, maybe even to get women. So during a news conference Wednesday, Allred said this was one of the most horrific sexual assault cases she has ever seen. According to the suit, Grissom later held her against a washing machine and assaulted her again. She said she went to a rape treatment center and reported to the police. We've reached out to Brown as well as Grissom, but no word. Of course, you're not going to hear anything. Again, we only know one side, but there was an update. Before I go any further, there was an update. We're told the LAPD investigated after the woman's report, but could not determine if the sex was consensual or forced. So they did an investigation and they determined that they did not see any assault. So, because trust me, if there was assault, they would have been able to detect it. I know it can be difficult at times, but what they probably came to the conclusion of is that, okay, because we don't know, we're going to leave an open area for you to sue, which is what she's doing now, you know? And again, women have to be extremely careful, man, to not go to parties and to not be around people that they don't really know. Okay, you have to be careful. Chris Brown, you have to be careful, because you're already on thin ice when it comes to the media. They're looking for anything to attach to you. And now they're trying to attach Me Too, because Me Too has been very strong. It has been toppling a lot of men. And everything they've done to try to get you, off your, where you're at in your career and in life hasn't worked. But this can work. Okay. So I really want people to understand that there are two sides to every story. Okay. And I'm pretty sure that the reason why they never pursued criminal charges is because they believed more of Chris than they did her, because the detail that she's providing, although, it is detailed, but we're going off of her word against, a situation where they couldn't even determine whether it was assault or whether it was just consensual sex, Okay, next thing I'm going to talk about is Tristan Thompson. He is responding, speaking out, breaking his silence ever since the cheating scandal began. Okay, now this according to Hot New Hip Hop. Say Tristan Thompson speaks out for the first time since the cheating fiasco with Khloe. As the Cleveland Cavaliers continue to impress in the playoffs, sweeping the number 1 seed, the Toronto Raptors, in the second round, the one member of the team that has been under much public scrutiny for his actions off the court, of course, is referring to Tristan Thompson, who has been caught up in a nasty cheating scandal since before his girlfriend Khloe Kardashian gave birth to the couple's first child. True Thompson was born in April, and to her credit, she has managed to keep Khloe and Tristan's relationship intact for the first time being as the two attempt to work things out, the betterment of the family. In his first interview since the allegations, Thompson spoke to former teammate Richard Jefferson and Channing Frye's podcast about fatherhood and his future. Let's see. While some may argue that he sounds somewhat disinterested throughout the talk, he is in the middle of the playoff run while raising 2 children under the age of 2, because let's not forget he also has a child from a former relationship, and all of that is likely incredibly tiring. When prompted to speak about his kids, the forward said, "Prince is getting big, jumping on a little trampoline, and baby True is eating, sleeping, and shitting," is what he's saying. That's all they do, Tristan noted. Difference between raising a boy and a girl, saying that he's more emotional, with True remarking that he will be more empathetic when she cries. Well, it's unclear if Khloe and Tristan's relationship will last. The Cavs have plans to create more children. The Cav has plans to create more children in the future, noting, "I'm gonna keep going. I've got a couple more left. No word on whether or not the future kids will be Kardashians." Well, he has 2 kids by 2 different women, so you never know. Listen, when it comes to Tristan, I don't think Tristan's dumb. I just think Tristan is not that savvy when it comes to the media. You know what I'm saying? He's very sloppy when it comes to dealing with women. This is why he has 2 kids by 2 different women. This is why he's gotten caught cheating with all these different women. Photos, videos, of him being at the club hugged up with women that are not, Khloe. And I think that Tristan, this is a learning experience for him. He's learning this, And what's really interesting? I think by the time Tristan is close to 30 or at 30, he's not really going to want to deal with Chloe anymore. I think that this is just something that he was doing because he's young. You know, he's making a lot of money. He has a taste of success and fame. And I think that was appealing to him. But that's going to wear on him, you know. That type of attention wears on a man, you know. Only certain type of men, you know, can deal with being with a Kardashian who themselves are in the spotlight. That's why a lot of those guys don't stay very long. You have to want to be a part of that circus. And I don't know if he truly wants to be a part of that circus, you know, but we will see. We definitely will see. So y'all can let me know what y'all think about that in the comment section below. All right. Let me speak on Tiara Marie and her tape dropping from allegedly being hacked. And also R&B singer, reality TV star Tiara Marie. Y'all may know who she is. According to Hot New Hip Hop, it says former Rockefeller artist Tiara Marie was 16 years old when she signed her deal with Jay-Z's Def Jam imprint. Her debut album, Rockefeller Records Presents Tiara Marie, was a staple on hip-hop radio the year it came out. From there, she was able to leverage both a supporting and primary role in subsequent Love and Hip Hop spinoffs. For those reasons alone, Tiara Marie will always be remembered with fondness for a strong yet fluid sense of self, no sense of craziness. The chick is crazy, man. Let's just be real. All these the chick is crazy, man. Come on. This afternoon, her worst fears were confirmed. A sex tape recorded by her ex and by her and her partner, her ex, was leaked to the internet. In it, Tiara Marie can be seen giving top in different positions. Twitter followers, some mature than others, have shed light on the video and image leak, comparing the oral skills quite favorably to those of Blac Chyna. Other users were less inclined to make light of the situation, chalking it up to an invasion of privacy. 50 Cent, he posted a screen cap and Instagram took it down. His post about it with the screen caption says, "Damn baby, this reality TV shit going so far. What you doing for this?" Tiara Marie's romantic strife has long been topic of discussion on Love and Hip Hop. Let's see. She released a statement on Instagram speaking about this. And see, this is why a lot of you females, man, y'all have to learn to put the cell phone down. Stop putting everything on your cell phone. Okay, I don't know if you were making a sex tape so you can look at it all the time. Like, I'm telling y'all, women are just as freaky as men. You know, they say that men like to record, you know, having relations with women. I think that women like to do that just as much. You know, they be recording themselves on video doing certain things, you know. And you got people who are saying that this is revenge porn because she's alleging that her ex put it out. He put the video out. And now everybody's saying, well, this is revenge porn and she's going to pursue charges. And this is why, you know, iCloud has had a lot of issues with hacking. This is why I don't know why people are so comfortable getting these iPhones and putting all these photos and videos on these iPhones, you know, because iCloud is extremely unstable. It can be hacked. So what I would say is this. I mean, either you don't record anything like this on your phones, especially iPhones, okay? Or just say, you know what? You know, have some accountability. Everybody wants to act like she's the good, you know, she did absolutely nothing wrong in this. I understand that, you know, hacking is a bad thing, but you got to look at it this way. You know, when you record stuff, especially on iPhones, there's a good chance it may get hacked, especially if you are considered a celebrity. Okay. Now, the guy who put this out, now she put a statement on Instagram. Let's see. I'm going to read that too. It says, recently my social media was compromised by someone I felt was deserving of my love and trust. That person proved to be untrustworthy and post footage of what in the moment was private and sacred. Moving forward, I recognize the need to be more cautious and discerning. My hope is for women to remain strong and dignified when they find themselves having to address hateful and juvenile acts by former lovers who find it difficult to act in an adult manner. Revenge porn is a crime in California, and I'll be in pursuit of justice. And I will say this, I hope she pursues this. I hope she pursues it, because this guy who was her ex, you know, he seems more emotional than she probably is, you know? And that's why a lot of women, man, y'all gotta, when y'all are looking for men to date, you gotta make sure they are very much in control of their emotions, because this guy obviously wasn't. Okay, now she hasn't put his name out there, so when y'all come at me like, well, Jay, why are you saying that she needs to be more accountable, blah, blah, blah. Well, she's not putting his name out there. You know, she's keeping his identity a secret. So I'm only going off the information that I have, okay? And the bottom line is, this guy was completely in the wrong, but that doesn't mean that she should not have more responsibility to not put certain stuff on her phone, especially an iPhone. iPhones are extremely hackable, okay? They're extremely hackable, you know? And I think that for the most part, this guy, I think she should pursue charges against him. I think she should let people know who the person is, because you don't want other women to have to deal with an over emotional guy who's willing to, you know, post what people put on their phones or privately, you know, publicly, because they're hurt, you know? So hopefully she can get past this, but I don't wish women getting their nudes or, you know, videos leaked if they didn't know. Now, I will say this though, me being the skeptic that I am, there are people who are saying that she may have done this on purpose, you know, to boost her name up, because again, she is on reality TV, you know, and no one really is checking for her like that. You know what I'm saying? And it could be a situation of, you know, they may be close to taking her off the show, and her using this as an opportunity to stay relevant on the show. There are people who are saying this, but if she truly pursues charges, then everybody's going to know that she's totally in the right in this, you know? And I would agree with her decision to move forward and do whatever she needs to do, because her privacy was invaded. But, you know, be more accountable for the things that you put on your phone, man. That's all I'm saying. But y'all can let me know something in the comment section below. Shout out to everybody for tuning in. Make sure you continue to support the platform. Make sure you subscribe to all my other channels. Make sure you're subscribed to this one. Click the notification bell. Click the like button. And I'll see you on the next one.